All right. I'm so
Yay.
happy to be here.
Me too.
This is going to be good. We're just welcome, Vanessa, and to everyone who is just meeting you for the first time. I'm so excited for this conversation because you and I were just saying like how many cool things have happened just because of this new situation that we're all navigating.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, please meet Vanessa. She is a holistic health coach, certified holistic health coach. She is the owner of PURE, which is a juice bar and an amazing gym. And you and I are USANA sisters. That's how we know each other.
Yes,
And
we
by this point, anyone listening, they've heard USANA a few times. So that's nothing new. But let's just start with, you and I were just chatting before and we we're getting caught up. And I would just love for you to share how you're doing right now and what it was like to close your gym and lock it up and not just in that whole environment. How are you doing? What was it like? Walk us through it because everyone has such a unique situation. And I
Mm-hmm.
would love for you to shed some light on yours.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here with you. So right now I'm doing really well. It did take me a few weeks to change my mindset because the first couple weeks after we locked the doors to our gym, it was really, we had some tough days just kind of figuring out and navigating what was going on, what we were going to do with all of our employees. We have almost 30 employees. We have hundreds of gym members. So we had to kind of just like figure out, okay, so what is the best way to look after everyone? How are we going to be with all of this? So it was definitely a shock at first, but now that we're just over a month in, it actually, we have some good perspective and we're doing really well now.
Oh, good. And you guys were totally rocking your year in terms of your business goals.
Yes. So September of this year will be our 5-year anniversary. And we've had a 20% increase like year
Wow.
after year after year. And this was going to be like the best year we've had yet. And then that was also a shock. It was just like abruptly, it's like, wham, this is over now. Like it's not over, but it went to zero, right?
A
So
major unplanned pause.
yes, a major unexpected, and it's not like we had any time to prepare for it. It wasn't like, okay, guys, so this is what's happening in a month, so get ready. It was
Yeah.
just like that last week we were open was insane. We were just watching the TV, right, and listening to the prime minister, like I'm sure the whole country was,
Mhm.
and navigating the best decision we could make, like hour to hour. It was just like there was no time to process anything. So it was like,
No.
wow, okay, we're closed this day. We closed on March 17th. So yeah, just a little over a month now.
Yeah. And did you find that you had to kind of like settle into the reality of it in order to get grounded? Like, I know that it took me, like, I was kind of just taking the optimistic approach to everything and just thinking like the best scenario and then, but not really sitting with it. And then until I really kind of accepted uh, like the semi-permanence of it, like I couldn't control it. It just kind of got to settle into this new reality.
Yeah.
Then I was actually able to feel good.
Yeah. 100%. The first couple of weeks, we were still almost like holding on to hope. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, maybe this will just be like a couple weeks and then we'll like, we'll be cracking again on April 1st. But then when we started like getting a grip on, okay, this is actually going to be a couple, maybe more months than we're anticipating. So what can we do to really use this time to our advantage? We had to make that mindset shift or you would just go crazy.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So how are you spending your days now? What's your new reality like?
So I'm really settled into my new reality and I like it a lot.
You love it, eh?
I do. I just feel like I just have time, and like even though I feel like the days are going really fast,
Yeah.
I'm so uber focused on my health
Yeah.
And I think when I was in the momentum of running multiple businesses, it's always my kind of like health and the things that I do for myself that will take the back seat.
Yeah.
And now I have time to cook for myself. And I have time I'm exercising every single day, non-negotiable. I'm like, that's my focus, is my health. And it just feels phenomenal.
So this is like a transformation then.
It feels good. I feel like a lot of the things that I'm focusing on now are definitely, I'm going to carry them through when things get back to like whatever normal is going to look like.
Yeah.
There are definitely things that I need to keep at the forefront.
That's amazing. I've been finding that things that I never took the time to do because I thought I wasn't really good at them, right? So I never really spent a lot of time, trying to bake or organizing things. Like I've never considered myself like a domestic kind of diva. But now it's like kind of once we hunker down, I'm like, okay, well, I can do this. I've done harder things, and then it's like actually gaining confidence in different aspects of myself, I guess, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I organized the boys' little homeschool section. I'm like, oh, I did that.
I know, right? There's so many little things that maybe we don't think about them, or we skip over them because there's other things that are waiting for us to tend to.
Yes.
Yeah, like really interesting things are coming up for me as well.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So what has this season, we're going to call it a season. What has this season helped you to realize so far?
Oh, I feel like it's brought to the forefront a more simple way of a day-to-day, focusing on things that are really important. Is, my family is happy and healthy, we are safe, we have more than everything we need.
Yes.
And that we're gonna be fine, like we're gonna get through this is temporary. And yeah, I think that's what we've been focusing on.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I guess here's a funny question. What do you like not want to go back to normal?
Ooh.
Right, because I think we're all like, can't wait till we get back to normal. But I don't know, I've kind of been thinking of that lately. I'm like, I'm kind of enjoying like the pace of all this. I'm enjoying a lot of the different shifts that are happening. Has there anything come up for you?
I think exactly what you just said, the pace, not getting so caught up in, I just feel like I get caught up in a lot of like things I'm not doing.
Yeah.
And then that feeling of like, oh, I'm not doing enough. And now, because the whole world has been forced to slow down, it's almost like I've given myself permission to just chill, be grounded. Getting one business thing done a day is fabulous. I'm just taking like the pressure off myself. Less comparison. So I think what you just said, the pace is really nice.
Okay, so as a health coach, as a business and lifestyle coach, and like a mentor to many women, can we speak a little bit to the idea that maybe we should think about pivoting instead of like pausing completely? And because this is kind of, I'm seeing kind of both messages out there, but I'm seeing a lot more of the message of it's okay to gain weight. It's okay to, Netflix and chill. It's okay to like drink wine all day. Like just a lot of messages like that. And yes, like we need to have grace during this time, but I think that there's also a mindful piece of using this as an opportunity without pressure. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, I'm using this moment to my advantage completely. I, of course, have days where I just Netflix and chill. Like it feels good and I'm just being mindful of what I want in that moment. But it doesn't mean, I'm doing it every day. I'm just, if I feel it that day, like I need to just chill,
Yeah.
I will, there's no guilt in that. But I also know that I will never have time like this ever again. And what a brilliant opportunity it is for me to better myself, work on my business, learn something new. Like it's beautiful. Like what a gift this is. Like we might never get something like this ever again.
Just give me truth bumps all over. It's true, right? And it's like there's been days where like I've slept in until 9:30, which is like never ever my reality because I'm such a go-getter. And then like now I'm back with the 5 a.m. club right now, and that feels good too, right? So it's just, but it's just I think that there could be, I don't know if I want to say dangerous, but I think just the message of using this as a gift and really honoring it that for what it can be for you as an individual. Because again, I mean, I hope we don't actually get this again, at least in this context.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, geez. Okay. So you are a business owner, a brick and mortar business. That comes with a heck of a lot of responsibility and overhead, and I can't even fathom having employees. So I know that's a lot of responsibility. So what advice do you have for gym owners, for, health eateries, juice bars, any traditional business? What advice in general do you have in terms of success and longevity?
So I think for all business owners, whether you're brick and mortar or even an online business, like no matter what kind of business owner you are, I think assessing all the little departments in your business is really important to do. Reevaluate things that are working well. Look at things that were not working well in your business, and maybe right now is a really good time to kind of just cut those things out and double down on what you're really good at. What is your business doing really, really well? Focus on that when we come out of this, and just really work on your strengths.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because again, like when you're just in the hustle of it all, it's just running from the next to do to the next to do, the next email, and so many things are urgent, but not necessarily impactful or important,
Exactly.
right? So
Like
we
we're
balance a lot of the noise.
when we're in that momentum of just like the day-to-day running your business, there's so many things that get forgotten about. Like you may have implemented this new process or procedure or program, and it's kind of just like dead hanging on the side, right? Like right now is the time to almost like you get to start over and you get to carry through the things that like were really successful for your business and then ditch the rest.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. Amazing. Well, congrats on all of your success so far. And I'm sure everyone's going to be banging at the doors to get in.
Yes, I know they will be.
Hopefully sooner than later. Okay, so I want to really shift gears here because there's a topic that I wanted to dive in with you, and that's around mindful or intuitive eating. Okay. And I think this is such a beautiful topic, especially right now when we really need to we need to use our food as fuel and also for balance and healing. And there's so much around this, but I'm going to let you take it away.
Yeah. So I think right now, and like you said, we're seeing a lot of like both spectrums. We're seeing people go completely rogue and like just not paying attention or caring what's going on. But here's what we know for sure is we know that food affects our mood, right? 100%. And I know that when I fuel myself with good whole food, I feel 100%. Like, so it's a very easy decision for me to make that, every day I really focus on eating healthy. It's a very important part of my life is fueling my body with good food. I know that if I went completely sideways and was not caring and was, whatever, kind of with an attitude with what's going on, I would feel like crap. I don't want that. I want to feel good every day. I want to move forward. And like I said, right now, like my biggest focus is my health. So I am meal prepping and eating like healthier now than I have probably in a really long time.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
focused on it. Yeah.
Do you have any insights around like just like bringing kind of that mindfulness to the meal? I've heard of like the yogi meal, when you're like, so you're chewing so many times, or maybe you're not distracted when you're eating, but how does that come into play with your wellness?
I would say like sitting down to a meal is really important,
Yeah.
not standing in the kitchen and snacking and eating
Guilty.
dinner while you're making dinner and then sitting down and eating dinner again. Like stuff like that. It's like have an intentional sit down dinner,
Yeah.
right? Like just you sit down, you have your meal, you eat what's on your plate kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, totally. I think I actually remember Dr. Christian Northrup saying, never eat standing up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And literally, as I was running downstairs to the office to meet you here, I had like this protein pancake in one hand. I was like, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I need fuel.
Well, sometimes you gotta do.
The life of moms right there. But absolutely, I think it's you get more from the actual, you enjoy it more, but there might be even some science around maybe even gaining more nutrition from it if you're chewing it and being mindful of what you're eating. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. And if you're calm, right? If you're in an anxious kind of like a riled up state while you're eating, obviously your digestive system's not going to have as easy of a time to break down the food that you're eating, right?
Yes.
So it also has to do with just being calm and sitting and enjoying and letting that like chemical reaction happen in your body, right?
Yeah. Beautiful. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we mentioned the word USANA. That's our supplement partner. So as a health coach, I mean, you own a juice bar, for goodness sakes. Like, nutrition, you eat so healthy. Why is supplementation still a part of your lifestyle?
Mm-hmm. So despite how healthy we eat, we know we cannot get enough nutrients from our food. This is scientifically proven. The
Mhm.
quality of our food is just not what it used to be. So we 100% need supplementation. I've introduced probably more supplements into my routine this past month just to help with the stress of everything, because our bodies need the extra support right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've heard kind of both kind of ways of thinking. Like, I've heard that, I get everything I need from food, which we've already shared is just not the case, even if you're juicing all day long. But I've also heard like, oh, I don't eat healthy enough to take vitamins. Like, they'll take vitamins once they eat healthier.
Oh, that's interesting. I have not heard that before.
It's like, if you're going to McDonald's 3 times a day, you really should take your vitamins.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, who on earth? There is nobody in this day and age that is eating the amount of like actual food that would take to get the nutrients we need. Like, it's
No,
impossible. It's impossible.
impossible. It's impossible. And I don't think you should try.
No, exactly.
Oh, okay. So is there anything right now that you're just totally obsessed with? This could be completely off topic. Any cool new finds or gadgets or things or recipes, anything at all?
What am I completely obsessed with right now? That's a good question. I mean, I love seeing all of the studios going online right now. I
Yeah.
really am loving watching businesses get creative and innovative and really
Oh,
resourceful. Like, I think that is really, really cool. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think my thought kind of goes back to just having space and living more simply right now and like that kind of thing.
I know. Simplicity. It's where it's at. Who knew?
Totally.
Amazing. Yeah, back to that topic of businesses pivoting. It's just like I get so excited when I see a business pivot because, just being an entrepreneur and just waiting for things to change, it's not who we are, right? We're entrepreneurs. We can be in this pandemic and say, okay, how are we going to rise to the occasion? And locally, I've seen hairdressers, like really cool high-end hairdressers who completely shifted gears and are manufacturing these really fashionable masks, like face masks, and like a proceeds are going to the hospital, and they're, if anything, they are really making even a bigger name for themselves, and
Wonderful.
really establishing more brand loyalty as well.
I
But
love
people are
that.
doing really great things.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, people are just getting so creative. And I think that a really important message for us to share right now is the importance of creating multiple income streams, creating
Yes.
within one business with multiple businesses. If you have a brick and mortar, how can you take your brick and mortar online? If you
Mhm.
for me, for example, I have a brick and mortar, but I also have an online business, right? So it's doubling down on that, like, because online is reaching people in people's homes right now. We are all
Yeah.
stuck at home. So how can we create a business that is online? It's serving people, it's reaching people at home.
Mhm.
And I told you before our call, like, if I hadn't created a second and a third additional revenue stream with the unexpected closure of my brick and mortar, I mean, my life would look a lot different right now. So
Mhm.
I only started online businesses a few years ago. And I mean, and it was just by the advice of a few mentors that were encouraging me to create this, additional revenue stream, creating residual income, like stuff like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Never in my wildest dreams did I actually think that my business would close, like my brick and mortar. Like, in what world would this happen? But
Yeah.
here we are. And we're probably heading into a global recession. It's very likely.
Mhm.
But my online businesses are still chugging along. And so my life would look a lot different if I didn't have those.
Absolutely. And like I've seen entrepreneurs who own studios like yours, or even restaurants and all kinds of different businesses, and they're coming to me who they've already established a USANA business, like, years ago, and they're just kind of like, they took the products and they're just, here and there, and they're like, okay, what do I need to do? Let's build, right? So just to kind of have that in their back pocket too was really great. But like, USANA aside, like, I just think it's really, really valuable for, just like you're saying, all entrepreneurs to consider income streams that are not solely reliant upon a building, and also their time, right? And it's like, that's really, it's necessity, right? And I won't necessarily say well, kind of like, it's like recession proofing, right? So that you can kind of like go over, okay, we're going to pivot over here, we're going to pivot over here. But to those of you who are listening who don't have anything, set up, you can literally get started tomorrow, right? We live in such an exciting time online where you could literally invent something, just pull an all-nighter and like see what you can come up with. Like, it's just such a cool time to be building on e-commerce, and
Mm-hmm.
just, again, like you said, like reaching people where they are. The entire world almost is online, right? So
Yeah,
how can you serve? How can you bring value? What is the needs right now? And how can you help people with what they need most?
absolutely. I know. I love it so much.
It's so exciting. And like I told you earlier, I'm doing these power hours, and it's like all these people who weren't necessarily working from home like I've been forever. It's like, okay, this is how we can become really productive. And even whether they have fur babies or other babies running around, or just like different responsibilities and such going on at home, they can take 1 hour to build their online business.
Yeah, it's so incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Vanessa? This was like really info packed and super inspiring, and also really grounded.
So good. I think just for people to remember that this moment is temporary and that we're all getting through this. We're all in this together. And to really use this time to set yourself up if we ever are in a situation or something like this happens again in our lifetime. I think we should set ourselves up and be prepared for it, right? So
Yeah.
start online business, start something that is a backup plan. So maybe you can use it as a savings right now, but if we are in the situation again, then you're going to be set up nicely.
Yes. If you're not in like crisis mode, use this as like a dress rehearsal, right?
Yeah. Totally.
And if you are in crisis, know that people like myself and Vanessa, we have your back.
100%.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining me today. And I
Thank
hope to talk to you soon, and let me know if you need anything, and let's
you.
continue to grow, Mama.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.